Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Hedy Lamarr. She was a beautiful woman and glamorous on the screen, but kind of weird in real life. A lot of people don't realize that Hedy was a brilliant, self-taught inventor. She was also quite superstitious. Her love life was torrid, including 6 marriages. In the 1970s, she put herself in seclusion and remained that way until she died in 2000. In short, Hedy Lamarr, on a personal level, may or may not have been your cup of tea. She was a character, for sure. The Austrian Jewish actress became one of the biggest starlets of Hollywood's golden age. She had a rough start, partly due to her first husband's extremely controlling nature. It took 8 years in films before her first breakout performance in the 1938 film Algiers. Algiers was also Hedy's first American film and done for MGM. Louis B. Mayer personally found and hired Hedy in 1937, quickly putting her on contract. However, she was kept undercover for months after being signed on and before the film's release. Why? Back in 1933, Hedy had starred in a controversial film called Ecstasy, made in Czechoslovakia. It is believed to be the first non-pornographic movie to portray sexual intercourse and female orgasm, although you only saw the actors' faces. There were also some scenes where she ran around naked while also swimming in the buff. Back then, she went by the name Hedy Kiesler. Needless to say, in 1933, this film was extremely controversial. It was banned in America, of course, but even the more open-minded European continent banned it in a lot of places. In 1935, it was finally released in America, albeit in a limited run in mostly independent art houses. It was still the subject of controversy in most states with heavy censorship or outright banned. It was a major point of contention between Hedy and her first husband, the wealthy arms dealer Friedrich Mandel. He spent a whole lot of money trying to buy up every existing print of Ecstasy and destroying them, but was unsuccessful. Louis B. Mayer really liked Hedy as an actress and took a chance on her, despite the potential controversy it would bring to his studio. He had her change her name to distance herself from the Ecstasy movie. Hedy chose the last name of Lamarr, after silent film actress Barbara Lamarr, per the suggestion of Louis B. Mayer's wife. She was given the female lead next to big star Charles Boyer. Although billed as an unknown, she was pitched to the public as a well-publicized Austrian actress. Well, that was one way of putting it. Hedy Lamarr was purposely kept out of the public eye. No interviews were allowed. No photos were allowed to be taken. She was rarely seen by anyone. That is until the movie Algiers was released. As soon as Hedy Lamarr was seen in Algiers for the first time, she became an instant sex symbol. The controversy that plagued her since the Ecstasy film seemed to go away. In the years since, the Ecstasy movie just added to the allure of the sultry Hedy Lamarr. A lot of people wanted to see their favorite starlet in a skin flick. Algiers was only the beginning of a fantastic film career that lasted until 1958. Hedy Lamarr was still a top star when she made her last film, The Female Animal. After that, she just stopped acting. Nobody wanted her to retire, and she kept getting script offers, but she just didn't want to do it anymore and grew increasingly private. Hedy Lamarr was the inspiration for the original version of Catwoman from the Batman comics in 1940. The actress Jean Harlow is also credited as an inspiration. You can actually see it when you read the story. Physically, Catwoman looks like Hedy Lamarr, but she also has that same catty quality. Catwoman has been changed a lot over the years, but some part of that first incarnation remains. Hedy will live on forever through Catwoman. If you go back and watch old cartoons from the 1940s, you'll hear Hedy Lamarr's name come up. It's always in reference to her hot babeness. What's even more amazing is that Hedy is still talked about and celebrated all these years later in all forms of media. She was peculiar, but people still love her despite of it, and maybe even because of it. No matter how you look at it, Hedy Lamarr was a Hollywood original. She left her mark, and it is an undeniable Babe of the Day, Babe of the Day.